little bird. Well, hello YouTubers, and welcome back to the Whole Smishal channel. And as you can see, we're looking at panels today. Now we're going to be looking at one of the most common mistakes that's often made when you're laying up a panel, and we'll be looking also at the consequences that those mistakes have. We've got an assortment here of oak and ash panels. I'll bring you in closer here with the other camera so that you can kind of get a better idea of what we're looking at. It's kind of hard to explain here on the fly, but with a visual explanation I think it'll probably be a little easier. So let me grab the other camera and we'll take a gander at what I'm talking about. So if you want to do a correctly laid out panel, you want to make sure your grain, now this is an over exaggeration, that your grain alternates like this. And what that does, as this board, say as these boards collect a little moisture, you'll get a warpage like this. And so overly exaggerated, your panel is going to look like this, which means it'll still lay flat. You'll have a few tenths up to about a ½ millimeter variation in the surface, depending on how big or how thick the boards are, how wide they are, and then of course the moisture content when the panel went together. But that's a little on the more academic side. Now if you orient your grain all the same way, like this panel, this tabletop I'm drawing on, has got this going on here. It got a little moisture, and so what happened is the whole thing just dished like that. So I'll bring the camera around here and show you guys overly exaggerated what this is going to look like. So our tabletop, let's see, looks like about 4 feet, about 1.20 meters, about 110. And so on this width of a panel, you have a dishing of 15 millimeters, so 1.5 centimeters. That's almost 3/4, well, not quite a well, let's see. That's about 5/8 of an inch. So that's how dramatic this can be. And as I'm looking, I can't pick it up with the camera. Unfortunately, the paint is glossy and you can't pick it up. So here we have an oak panel that was halfway correctly laid out. There's still some parts in there where you can see the grain kind of wanders off, and we've got a little bit of a gap, but it's fairly straight. But on this ash panel here, let's see, you can see where the layup caused that big dishing action to go on. Whoops. Well, YouTubers, that's a wrap for this little episode of common panel mistakes. Hope you guys were able to glean a little something out of it this go around. These panels, unfortunately, are going to end up in the chipper. I might salvage some pieces and parts, you know, that might be usable out of some of them, but you know, they did get a little moisture, and so they've warped pretty badly. Makes a guy's heart bleed when you see this kind of thing, but that's what happens sometimes. But anyway, for all those folks out there that are making solid wood panels, you know, make sure that you alternate your grain, so that way when the wood does take up a little moisture, and it will take up moisture no matter what you do to it, that you don't get a big warping action where your whole tabletop just dishes like this white guy here did. So with that, I hope you got a little something out of it. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, critiques, ideas, by all means put them in the comment section below. A little bit of traffic is always good to help the videos bump up in the ranking. So with that, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you all again soon.